So, my dear Gemini, the Sun now is in Cancer. You're getting the last reading where the Sun is in Cancer, and because of that, you have a second time Cancer telling you something important, and that's the understanding that we are using the Sun to bring the love out to the people, to the work, to whatever we are doing. And it's important because when we unite the 19, we get the 10, and then the 7 is the 17, and that's the star. The Sun is a dwarf star, and we're learning that through the star, the 8 is left, and the 8 is the strength that we get to understand all of this. Now, the Sun is giving the light to the Moon, which is in your sign. You are the Lovers. And through the Lovers, we recognize that sometimes we need to dive deep because the 6 and the uniting energy of the 18 is the 9. The 9 and the 6 is the 15. And in the 15, we see the career, we see where can we let go. And then the 6 appears, you appear again. And this is why the 9 is so important. The 9 is helping us to recognize that it gives itself up, and that's the completion. When you complete, you don't need to show that completion to no one anymore. You are complete, and that's enough. Then we're going to look at Mercury, which is the magician, and Mercury is in Cancer right now. We're going to look at Uranus. Uranus is important. Uranus has moved into your sign. It's going to stay 7 years. And this is the station that I recommend you really looking at closely, because what's important here is that when you have this guest for 7 years, it's going to change and transform you big time, right? And then we're going to look at the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords, we have the mix, which is in the previous reading because the moon was in Taurus. And so that's between the 10th and the 20th of May, where the soul has here the Hierophant, and as a court card, you are the Knight of Swords. Then we have the classical Gemini, which has the soul aspect above, which is the Lovers, and here the Knight of Swords, and that's between the 21st of May to the 9th of June. This station I am doing here in this reading. And then we have another combination, and that's the Queen of Cups. She is between the 10th to the 21st of June. Is your birthday there? Then you're this combination. And so I am dividing that in a way that you recognize there is a mix, right? And so you see how important it is that you understand that there is this difference, right? And it's not all the same. Then back to the last reading where we had Cancer Sun giving Gemini Moon the light, and we had Jupiter in Cancer already as a station, and it's going to stay a year in Cancer. The Knight of Swords, be a true star of creation, and the Queen of Cups, find true strength in healing. And of course, I look if there is a reoccurring card coming back and wanting to talk to you again. And I do see that one card is coming back and is wanting to talk to you again. And so we can begin the reading. So the Knight of Swords is getting the Chariot. And the Chariot has really spoken. I have 2 decks, one German, one English. And so we recognize that Cancer is wanting to tell you something important, because the 7 and the 3 is the 10. There's a new chapter that you can take, that you must take. And Cancer is helping you to take that chapter. So you see, right, how the numbers are clearly speaking. Now, what is Cancer saying? Cancer is bringing you the Hermit. And it's kind of like saying, well, now you have the chance to go deep within. You have the chance to realize that something here is letting you know that when you go with your emotional intelligence into the 9, into the hermit, into that inner light that you find, then again the 10 and the 9 is a 19, and the 10 is left when we unite the numbers, right? So the 9 is always the number that gives itself up. So the 10 stays, but the 19 has appeared, and the sun is the 19, and the sun in Cancer is speaking, and clearly speaking. So what is Virgo saying? Virgo is bringing you the 10 of Pentacles, and that's Mercury in Virgo. So here we have Virgo, right, the Hermit, and Mercury is ruling you. So there is a strong message that's saying, well, the 3 and the 7 is the 10. A 10-10 portal is framing this 9. And you recognize it's important that you understand that this message is really about go within, go into your emotional intelligence, see that you are the light, and through that light, you are making your money. The 10 and the 9, again the 19, and the 19, the sun, right? The 10, the 10-10 portal here, right? And you see, it's like, there it is, like the 11, the 1-1, and the 0-0, right? So it's important that you understand that. Now I want to see always what is the Mother Piece Tarot saying, because those cards I cannot manipulate. They're round and they come up the way they come up, and it's the Ace of Swords that is coming. So you had a 10-10 that was left, and now you got a 1, right? And the 10 and the 1 is the same. It's just the 0 is Uranus, and Uranus is the Fool. And in that Fool, we recognize the lessons that we're learning. And that lesson is something where you need to trust this one bird that is guiding you, that one bird that is bringing you that one thought, that one idea, which you're gonna follow, which you're gonna listen to. So you have a 10-10 and the 1, 3 times the 1. Self-empowerment begins within you, with the one and only. And there is a butterfly, and this is a butterfly. This is a thought that is coming to you, and you see the 6 women here in the bath, and you see here the 3, the 1, and here the 6. And so you see, right, there is clearly a message that is saying, well, you are gonna really look at what is talking and how it's talking, and in that talking you get the message. So then we're going to look at the Queen of Cups, and she simply is getting the 8 of Pentacles, and that's the Sun in Virgo. Now what's interesting that we had here under the Knight of Swords, we had the Hermit, which is Virgo, right? And then we had Mercury in Virgo, which is 10 of Pentacles. And now 8 Pentacles is saying, well, you gotta become a master. The 8 and the 4 is the 12. And the 12 is important because we see all 12 zodiac signs here, or Neptune, and then the 3 is left. And the 3, that is, of course, the Empress. And the Empress is important because she really is the one that creates everything that we feel like we want. And of course, it doesn't matter if it's a thought or if it's a feeling or if it's a material aspect or even a step forward, right? Like taking it forward. And so you see that here the Sun in Virgo is speaking to you. What is coming from the Mother Piece Tarot? The 6 of Wands, which is Jupiter in Leo, slightly to the left. And slightly to the left, we are seeing that this is an action that says, well, become the healer, become this amazing woman, the 4 and the 6, the 10 and the 8, the 18. And that's the moon. And the moon clearly is now speaking to you a second time as well, because the Sun in Cancer and the moon in your sign, you had that all the way at the beginning already. And so it's important that you see the 18 and then the 9 is left. A completion is left, something that is saying, yes, I am happy, I am good where I am, and I know that I can step forward even though your actions are not really there yet, but it's coming, it's happening. So then we have Uranus. Uranus is actually in your sign, and Uranus is bringing you the Ace of Cups. And it's like the Ace of Swords. It's that one feeling that you are going to really listen to. It's that one thought that we're going to listen to. And in that we like let ourselves drop into this one, right? Into the one, but we see the duality, but we also see the Trinity, or even the 4, the stability, and the 6, right? The 6 lines, the hexagram. And you see this love is powerful, is strong. It's the most highest love that you can let yourself fall into. And that is the new beginning, and that's the revolution. Then comes the 4 of Cups, and that's Moon in Cancer. And now the moon, of course, is in your sign, but in the next reading, the moon is going to be in Cancer. And you see that she's looking at this cup, and she's not noticing that the cup is handed to her. And we see 3 cups, right? It's almost like she sees the 3, and here she sees this one, and she desires this one, and she's getting it, but for some reason it's like, well, I don't know if I have it, but yes, you do have it. I just see it. No, you even touch it. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups, and the 5 is the human. It's the 2 legs, the 2 arms, and the head. The 5 is an important number. And so here you recognize Moon in Cancer is literally saying, well, here you have 5 cups, right? And these 5 cups can also bring you into a sadness, because the 5 of Cups is Mars in Scorpio, and Mars in Scorpio is like, well, a deep longing is coming up, a deep wanting something that maybe you haven't realized yet that you are getting it, and that you are advised from Uranus to let yourself fall into that. And then comes Mercury, the magician. The magician is getting the sun, and the sun in Cancer is speaking today a second time, and you better listen. And so here we have the 53, which turns into an 8, and he has the 8 above here in his mind, the strength, the understanding that this strength is something that becomes a mastery, that we understand that the 5 and the 3, when we united the human form, and the 3, the Empress, creates then the 8. The 8 and the 1 is the 9. Again, here the Hermit is speaking. The Hermit creates then here a 9-9 portal. And you understand that certain numbers are really clear. They really pop out, right? Some others we don't understand yet. And that's okay, right? Really just worry or look at those that really get to you, and you want to really listen to that. So then I want to see what is Cancer bringing, and you're getting the Last Judgment, and that's the Aeon here in the Cancer deck from Thoth. And so here it's Pluto. Pluto is in Aquarius, and Aquarius is literally now the new age, and Aquarius is getting ruled by Uranus, by the Fool. And Uranus said, hey, you better drop into that infinite pool of love and do not complain. Do not feel bored, because in the boredom we will realize all of a sudden there it is, that one cup that you are looking at. And I mean, this is really crazy, right? I've never seen this. This is really like, okay, she's looking at this and she's kind of like, well, when do I get that cup and hear this already, right? So it's like instant manifestation happening here. And so the 20 and the 8, or the 9, right, is the 29, and that's an 11. The 11, the portal of here a 1 and here a 1, that's then also an 11, but it's a 1-1, right? And so here we have the 11 when we calculate it all together. So there is something coming to you. The sun is literally through the Cancer, Chariot, the emotional intelligence is speaking to you and is bringing you the aeon, is bringing you the new zeitgeist, is literally saying, really look and watch what's coming. Now, what is the last judgment bringing you? It's bringing you the 17, the tear, the tire, the smelt. And I'm going to read you this card, right? But you see the arrow is going up. And the 17 turns into an 8 when we unite it. And then you have an 8-8 framing the 20. Or, like I said, here is the 9. The 9 and the 20, the 29, the 11, the 17th of November could be a date for you to understand that this is happening around that time. So I'm going to read you this card, right? So, proto-god, so old that time has smelted all emotions within. War and fury have been hammered, reformed, made over, recreated, refashioned through the compassion to understand all shadows, all destinies as part of the whole. Under the tutelage of Tyre, all blows, all hammer clangs, and all strikes glow from the flow of love's breath he offers to all life. Wisdom is beauty and compassion ageless. Wow. Wisdom is beauty and compassion ageless. So the new zeitgeist is wisdom and of course compassion, and that's what Cancer is bringing you. The sun in Cancer is saying have the emotional intelligence to understand all of this and take what works for you, and I think you know what that is. Then comes the moon. The moon is bringing you the galactic mushroom, the divine matrix, the number 26. And we remember here, this is the 18 is the 9 and the 6 is then of course the 15, and the 15 is Capricorn, and Capricorn is your career, is the work that you need to dive deeper in and reconnect to the 24, right? 24 hours we do things, and 24 hours we have during the day, but here comes the divine matrix that is letting you know, if you go deeper now into what the moon is bringing you, you recognize that the magic will appear. Now, what is coming from Gemini, and you came up, right? The Lovers. So here you see that I am not cheating, right? You had Cancer coming up, and we had Cancer, right? And so it's not like, oh, I'm just doing whatever. It's really like the card came up, and because I have the German deck, so I can show you that it's really has come up. And so here we have a 6-6 portal, and the 9 becomes then, of course, something that we can let go of. So when you go deep, dive deep down and see that the galactic mushroom is talking, right? And so here the 24 is the 6 and the 6. You understand all of a sudden that this 6-6 portal with the 6 that came up here for the Queen of Cups, right? The 6 of Wands. It's like saying, well, are you ready? Are you seeing that something important is speaking here directly to you? That, yeah, this mushroom is bringing you the matrix, is bringing you that everything is interconnected, and the mushrooms are the internet of the forest, right? And so you understand that something is clearly coming to you through the second time, sun in Cancer, right? And Cancer is like the emotional intelligence that's saying that you are now finally understanding who you are. Now the sun, the last card, we have the sun bringing the animals, the companionship, the number 21. Now the 21 is beautiful because it's the world, right? And so it's something that we understand, that the world is not just humans, it's animals, it's all creatures. It's all of it. And so the sun gives the light to all of them. It's almost like saying, yes, I am here, worshipping the sun. This is the Surya Namaskar, right? This is what we do in yoga. And now she's here and she harnessed the energy of the sun, and now she's here and she's saying, yes, now I can give this light, this energy to all the animals. And so the 19 that turns into a 10 and the 21 into a 3. The 10 and the 3 is the 13. That's Scorpio. And Scorpio, we know, is deep, deep, deep with Pluto, with the last judgment that brought you here. The beauty and the compassion and the wisdom that you know through the 17, which is the star. The sun is a dwarf star, right? The star is Aquarius. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, is ruled through the Fool, and we let ourselves fall into that. And so you understand this is really a strong message already. Now, what is coming from Cancer? The 6 of Cups, which is Sun in Scorpio. So I think when the Sun is in Scorpio, you're understanding that the Sun is here and Sun in Scorpio. You have understood something very powerful with the world. You see that we had the 13, then the 4 is left here, which is the Emperor. The 4 and the 6 is the 10. That's again the 10. You will then have enough money to literally say, well, I'm gonna put that money into projects that are really helping this planet to be a better place, right? We need to counterbalance the people that try to destroy everything. And when you have money, particularly this kind of money, right? So the Knight of Swords, when you have this kind of money, you can really do beautiful things, but you also have to be really vigilant. You have to be really clear and not just spending the money on whatever, really using it in such a way that you are actually giving back to nature, giving back to the people, but also to the animals. And this is what the 6 of Cups is all about, right? You had 4 cups and 6 cups is 10 cups, 10 cups, and this 1 cup is 11 cups. That's a portal, and that portal is important. That portal is literally saying, yes, you had that in your childhood already. You know what you want, and so do it. Act upon it if the money comes in, right? Because the money is coming in. For the Knight of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, and for the Queen of Cups, 8 Pentacles, right? And it's like 18 Pentacles. It's then the Moon. In your subconscious, you're rich. In your subconscious, we all rich. But are we able to actually bring it out there? Take action. And because it's facing down, you need to literally turn it around and say, I'm going to take action, right? That's the 6. And here the 6, you know that the 6-6 portal is helping you to awaken to yourself, because you are here too, right? And so you see a 6-6-6 portal. That's the hexagram, and the hexagram is powerful. The hexagram is here between these two people, right? We see it really clearly here, this beautiful hexagram form and shape, right? And you understand, okay, this is important. I'm gonna feel here that I am enjoying myself, that I am taking care of myself, and I'm just seeing another 6. When we unite the 24, you have another 6. So 4 times the 6. 4 times the 6, that's the heart. Have the heart, have the emotional intelligence. That's what Cancer is saying. Have the heart to do what it takes to be doing, and then really trust that everything is gonna be fine. Wow, what a beautiful reading. And so I forgot to tell you that I'm gonna take a break with the readings. It's something that I have been thinking about it for a while, and I'm not sure if I'm going to end it or if I'm just going to take a break, but I'm going to let you know. Until then, I thank you so much for being with me. Namaste.